A good win and a hard-earned win in many respects.
Yeah, it was a tough game. We knew it would be. They're a good side, good manager, organises them well, got some good players. And I thought we started well. I thought we came out of the blocks, looked up for it, and got 2 well-deserved goals. And done our usual, turned the tap off and let them back in the game, which is disappointing.
Yeah, another fast start, 2 up in about 14 minutes, as you say, but you didn't capitalise on that, did you?
No, I think it happens nearly every game, and we managed to get ourselves in front and set a bit of a precedent. But teams are quite clued up after that, and then what happens is they switch on to how we're trying to play, and then all of a sudden the game goes into a bit of a lull. So even though we'd love it to go 3, 4, 5, 6, that don't always happen in football. And I think we get sloppy. I think we get 2 up, and I said it to the guys at half time. We think that we're going to win this comfortably, and that final care in the final third of the pitch is not there at times, and we need to put games to bed. Otherwise, you can come unstuck.
How can you eradicate that sort of slight blip in the way you play?
It's up to the guys to do it. There's nothing you can say. You can tell them to pass it more accurately or shoot when they need to. And the 2 goals we've got are great goals. We played our way in and really good passing and good finishes. But to be fair, their keeper's made 2 good saves. So we could have been 4 up. Especially the one with a strong hand on the left. That's a great save. And it's up to the guys. They have to do it. They have to deliver it. And they know it. They knew at half time. We should have been out of sight. And all of a sudden, they're back in the game.
What about the penalty?
Yeah, it's handball.
Greg, yeah.
It's handball. We should have cleared it before that. Yeah. We've let them huff and puff on the edge of the box with our own mistakes, and we haven't cleared it. And then it's popped up and it's caught Greg on the arm. That's a pen. Nothing to do about that. But 3 minutes into injury time, first half, instead of being 2 up, maybe 3, 4 up, all of a sudden it's 2-1 and it's game on.
Yeah. And then you get in front with Billy's second goal, and then he caps a very good hat trick with his 4th goal. His goal-scoring record here since he arrived is very impressive.
Yeah, he has, and we're playing him in a position he enjoys. He didn't have the greatest game at Fisher last week. He'd be the first to tell you that. And today, we had a chat with him after the game last week and said, you're getting the chances at times, but you'll get more. If you work harder, you'll get more. And that's what we've tried to bring into his game. And fair play to him, he's delivered it. He came off the bench the other night against Beckenham, got his goal, good finish. And today's worked his socks off, and he's proved it because he's got 3 goals on the back of it.
His dad was here today, who had a career scoring goals like that with close range finishes. He would have enjoyed that as well.
Yeah.
Did you bring him? Did you bring him in for his goals?
Yeah, absolutely. And what he brings to the side, he's a quality footballer. And he can play in 2, 3 different positions, and he's a winner. And he just adds to the dynamic of the team, and he's proved it. I mean, I don't know how many he's got now, 9 or 10 already in probably 9 appearances. At any level, that's decent. And you're right, his dad, Rick, he's a good pal of mine, and he did the same. He scored goals at most of the levels he played at, and there's an art in it. That's the bit. That's why goal scorers always go for the most money. And Bill's been great, but they have to work together. The other strikers and the wingers and the midfielders, they have to. And we've got 4 disappointed defenders and a goalie in there that we've actually conceded a goal because we're on the back of 2 clean sheets. And at home, it would have been nice to keep another one.
And you brought Joe Bingham back to the club. Was that your doing?
Bit of both, really. Yeah. Joe was not happy where he was playing, and even though we'd had words and he had left the club, I'm not one of them guys that holds grudges. Me and Joe had a chat, and he wanted to come back. We wanted him back, and there's a mutual thing. So he's come back in, and you can see he's settled back in. Unfortunately, Jimmy had got a bit of a knee injury over the last couple of games, so we'd rested him, and Joe stepped into the fold, and he just gives us another dynamic, And I just said to him in there, second half, he controlled the game. Not just necessarily what he does on the ball, but verbally he controls it. He's a very big presence, and he's here to win. And that's the only people that come here are people that want to win. It's not about money; it's about coming here and believing in what we're doing.
A costly afternoon in terms of injuries, losing both Chrissy and Greg. I suppose the chairman suggesting that with Canterbury City still involved in the bars because of their game being off today, you might have a free week, and you probably won't be too concerned about that.
Yeah, they're not big injuries. Chris's is an impact. It's a knee, but it's an impact. It's not a twist.
They look quite bad at the time.
No, it did look bad because he did go through him, but he's hit him with it rather than it being a twist. So Ryan's had a look at him. He's fine, and I'm sure a few days rest he'll be fine. Greg's got an ongoing back problem, and I think the cold weather today's probably gone into spasm. That'll get sorted, and I'm sure he'll be fine as well. So no, if we can rearrange a game for next Saturday, we'll try our hardest to do it, and we want to keep the momentum because we haven't got a game the following Saturday. So Yeah, no, it's okay, and it shows a strength in depth that we can actually cope with it and bring on players to cover them positions.
Since we last talked to you, you've won against Lordswood with 3 goals in 5 minutes. You've been to Fisher and won. You won at Beckenham again. The only slight blip was losing at Ashford. But how would you gauge the last month or so?
Quality. Even against Ashford. If anyone went and watched that and saw that game for 25, 30 minutes, we could have been out of sight. And the crossbar saved them. And, without being rude to O'Shane, who's been great for us, he's not covered himself in glory at all for 3 goals. Take them away, we've still scored 2 more. And I think Ashford would be the first to say that on that night, we deserved to come away from that with something, and we didn't. So I don't look at that and think, oh, wow, we've lost the game. Yeah, OK, it's 3 points gone, and that's disappointing, but I look at level of performances. And for the last month, we've been very, very solid, and we've started every game very well, and that's what we're trying to install in them. Yeah. And, it's work in progress. As I've said all along, if we're in the mix at Christmas, I think we'll have a good go after. And, it's going well.
And the goalkeeper, you got Rob French back. He was your first choice goalkeeper at the start of the season, then got a nasty hand injury, but you were pleased to see him back.
Yeah, that's again, his strength in depth. O'Shane's been great for us, to be fair, and he's had a blip, but when you've got that and that happens, and you've got the strength of someone like Rob French to play for you, he's come back in and he's been offered by Faversham to go there, and he's declined and wants to stay with us and see it through. And he's he's a good goalkeeper. He's been around, he's experienced, and you look at the back four on him, and it's very solid at the moment. And good teams build on that foundation, and I'm sure we've got goals in us every week.